Welcome back to another episode of the Late Night Phone Calls podcast. I'm your host, Tink.
I'm your host, Capri.
I'm Quay.
I feel a little tension in here. You could cut it with a knife. That's gonna be okay for the rest of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Since it's getting a little tense in here, today's topic is gonna be communication. Okay?
We know somebody need that.
Yeah. So, what does communication mean to you? Like, to an extent, how much communication are you comfortable with? Say if somebody tells you in the morning, 8 a.m., okay, I'm gonna be busy all day. I'll text you when I'm done. Do you think that's okay for the whole rest of the day? You think that'll cover the rest of the day? Or should they do regular check-ins?
I just feel like one or two check-ins is, you know,
Even though they communicated they'd be gone all day.
yeah, just want to know, like me, make sure you're alive,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Capri, how far does communication go for you?
Um, I hope y'all gonna still be able to hear me. My stuff says speaker change. But communication, even though you communicated that you're gonna be gone the whole day, I feel like what are you really doing that you couldn't check on? You ain't had no lunch. You ain't had no bathroom breaks. You ain't go to the back. You ain't do nothing. Cause like, what really are you doing where you don't have a phone all day?
Hmm.
Mm.
So say they do throw some check-ins in there, one or two. Does that still make you feel some like, okay, like it's been a little too long in between these check-ins, or like what's going on with that?
I mean, if you told me you was gonna be gone all day and you check in twice, that's better than you not checking in at all. And I'm thinking you doing something, you feel me? Like, so at least they checked in twice. I mean, how long is the difference between the check-ins though?
That's what I'm saying. They text you 8 a.m. I'm gonna be busy all day. Say they don't check in again until 2, and then the last check-in is at 7.
See why?
See, that's where communication started on your end because they communicated they were going to be gone all day. Correct? You communicating. Now it's my turn to communicate my problems with what you just said. What are you going to be doing all day to not be able to talk to me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I could have just been toxic, blocked you, and we know what you finna go do
Mm.
all day. Who you finna be with? What you finna be doing? But you're not communicating enough. What exactly are you about to be doing from sun up to sundown that you only, it's 24 hours in a day, that you only checked in twice?
Mm-hmm.
I checked in even when I had lost in a family
Mm-hmm.
and I was going through that, planning funerals and stuff. So what are you doing all day?
Mm.
So you feel like if they don't communicate enough during the day, that's like some sneaky stuff is going on.
Communicate what you're doing that you're not going to be able to talk all day.
Okay.
Because people go to work every day and they be on their phone 24/7.
I
If
guess.
they want to talk to you, they going to make a way.
All right. So now how does communication differ between relationships, say romantic relationship and then your friendship relationships? Are you going to put as much pressure on your friendship relationships with the communication?
Everybody getting the same pressure. Like if I just met you, you're not gonna get that pressure. But if you've been my friend as long as y'all been my friends, and like like here go the knife. For instance, Quayle talked to us every single day. Used to be on FaceTime with this man for 24 straight hours, 48 hours. All of a sudden he's super busy. Cause you're on the phone with somebody else. But if that was the case, you could have just said that and I was busy. What were you busy doing?
Like this morning,
Normally, exactly.
Batman comment. Like, I asked you what you was doing. You talking about you hanging out with Batman.
Like what? Don't make me mad. Like it's just communication. Like if something's going to change, like for instance, if I'm down, I'm sad.
Hmm.
I'm 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 communicating that. I'm not just gonna ghost you, disappear. Cause now you wondering what's going on with Capri. And then I got a child, like something wrong with Jamarion. Like now your mind is wondering where I'm at. Communicate. It's not hard to you got a voice. Use it. It's people born and can't talk and they still attempting to use their voice more than you're using the one that you have.
I
So
mean,
you're just not my type of friend, not my type of man. What you say?
there has been times that you ain't communicate though. Like
When?
I'll text in the chat a couple times. You don't talk all day, but where will I catch you? On live. You
No. When I don't communicate with y'all, you know exactly why I don't communicate. Like I communicated this morning. I want to be on the phone. I want to talk. I want to hear voices. Remind y'all bother me every single day. And I don't be wanting to be bothered. Now the one time I want to talk, because I don't even know what I'm feeling. I just want to hear the voices of the people that I love. Nobody's here. Everybody got an attitude. That's why I left the group. It's cool. You ain't got to worry about me.
you called me on my sleep and I still answered though. I still tried to be there for you though. You left the chat. You left the call. We stayed in the call just in case you came
Y'all
back.
weren't talking.
I
Bro,
play Uno with you. What you mean?
you weren't in the
Like you took forever to play your
I
turn.
was playing Uno.
Tink, we playing Uno, right? We played around. It's going good. It's going
No,
good.
we played a couple rounds
No,
before
no,
we
no, no, no,
started.
no,
No, no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no, no, no, no.
no.
Played at
Let
least
me
four
tell the
games.
story. Let me communicate the story. We played around, going fast. We played another round. The next person win, going fast. Third round, going fast. We get to the fourth round. It's paused on this man for 10 plus minutes.
no,
I
Quay.
was
They
also playing.
I
I was
literally
also
had
playing
just got happy.
Warzone, bro.
it came in the call and said Quay's take forever with his turn. That's what they said when they came in the call.
I
But
literally had
we ain't gonna talk about bro with his Wi-Fi. But it was
I
the only
literally
time that
I
no,
literally had just got happy when we got to that. Everybody had a win. I'm like, yeah, this is going good. This is going good. We get to the fourth round. This man taking all day. I'm like, all right, it was a fluke. We get to the fifth one. He doing the same thing.
Maybe he didn't communicate that he was getting tired. Maybe
I
he
one time I was on a
He was
game
on a game.
Quay, how you gonna be on the game and play a game?
because I wanted you feel me. She wanted to play Uno, and I was like, I don't usually play. I haven't been there the past couple times. So okay, I'll play this time. So I got in the Uno game.
Maybe they just have a hard time communicating, you know? They be on the I'm telling you, they be on the game 25-8. Mind y'all not making no money. Y'all not making no money, but be on the game 25-8, right? Is that hard to say? Is that hard to say I want to stay on the game? You can't just say I want to stay on the game instead of yeah, I'll do the just say you're gonna stay on the game and I'll just do it
Leave
another
you alone.
you don't have to do it right now. Like, is it that hard to say I don't want to get off the game? You've
I'm
been
not
playing
going
the game for 3 hours straight. You don't
seven,
get off the game.
7 hours straight. No interruptions.
Didn't even shower. Didn't eat. Didn't check
Didn't
it.
shower, didn't eat, didn't do nothing.
That's crazy.
Didn't wash your hands. You hold on, I gotta pee real quick. Goes pee. Didn't even wash your hands.
While you on the controller, breaking your neck trying to see the TV.
The control on the headset is still on their head.
Hey man,
But you can't communicate. And I for one don't have many girlfriends because they start being weird behind y'all raggedy self. So I got guy friends. Guy friends are A1, top tier, nice. I mess with y'all until y'all get on that game, until y'all get a girl. Uh,
once you get a girlfriend, leave me alone. I don't want to talk.
and now you're not on the phone with us. Now you're not watching movies with us. You're watching movies with her. And all of a sudden, you can be focused on the movie and be communicating with that person. You're weird. You're weird.
Do you think people communicate differently with different people? Because I would assume that we should all communicate the same, just so everybody's clear on where everything needs to be. You
Absolutely.
just gave that example, and I'm just like, the communication definitely not the same. So is it circumstantial? Because if I get a nigga, I'm not just gonna forget my friends. You
It
feel me?
depends on what they're getting from you.
Like what?
But my thing is, because as a homegirl, you're not getting, you know what y'all do. You know what they be doing. You know what they be getting from them.
But you know when they be in the puppy dog stage and nobody's doing anything.
But it's the, I, I don't, it's the lusting. Like, oh, this the one. You lusting a lot because this the person you want, and y'all showing each other the same energy whole time. Lusting's over now. Now you want to come back to your friends. Don't come crawling back over here.
No,
You left me.
over
You didn't
it.
care about my problems. You didn't care if I was okay or not. You left me. Me personally, I don't do that. I don't do that because my friends was here when I didn't have no man or I didn't have no girl. And you're going to be here while I do have a man or a girl. You're going to be here after. You are making me feel like I'm only here to pick up you when you're broken. And that's after your girl leave you. Or you went tour with whoever you went tour with your other friends. And now you come running to me because I'm the person that's good at communicating those issues out.
The way I could have
But I
just
don't do that to you.
mentioned just now, girl, you just be pulling everything out of my mind. Just put it right there on the table. Because I was just thinking about, and amen.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what I was thinking about.
You need to communicate in friendships and relationships, all of that. Like at any inconvenience, I'm communicating with that with you. Like I may not do it. Say you did something to me on a phone call, and I know I'm gonna react out of respect for you. You're my friend. You did something that bothered me. I'm not gonna say it right away. Let me get it. Let me calm down for a little minute. Like that one time, and I said something through texting. It took less than 10 minutes. I said something. I communicated that. But I know if I would have said that out of my mouth, it would have been, I would have had some tone. eh, Like, it just wouldn't have been no right.
I don't know. Like communication has always been like a big thing for me. I don't care for like even if we are just starting talking, like that's still a big, big thing for me. If you're gonna be busy, tell me you're gonna be busy. Don't just disappear all day and then at the end of the day say, "Oh, I was busy all day." You don't gotta tell me what you're busy with. Just say, "Oh, I'm gonna check in." You feel me? Especially if we have each other's locations. Like I know where you are, and if it's really that deep, I could just pull up on you. You feel me? But I'm gonna communicate my issues, something I see. I'm communicating everything. I don't care if you like it or not. Nobody else want to hear it. I gotta get it off my chest.
Mm,
Because I gotta get it off my chest for me, for my peace. I'm not gonna let that sit inside my chest and fester. Because then I'm gonna not eat. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that.
not eat.
I'm off with you. If it's really bothering me that deeply, and you know I love to eat, I really won't eat if it's really that deep. Crazy, but it happens.
I'm still like, I'm like, I still don't even know. Now we working on you, Quay, with your communication because sometimes I just be wanting to communicate with you, not yell with you, but I'm communicating with you. You just don't respond. But we can't say we're working on Quay's communication if you're there to communicate when nobody's talking to you, Tink.
Hey man, it just be like that. Like sometimes, because half the time it'll be like me and him talk about the situation already, and it's like he's just not saying nothing. So I gotta say something. Like I have to.
But you're allowing, but with me, but with me, I'm not attacking him. I'm just saying this is me communicating with you. You not responding to me is a sign of disrespect to me, and I feel like you don't care about this friendship because I see you communicate with other people. You're just not communicating with me. Rather, you don't like he say he don't like altercations, he don't like all of that. But I can communicate with you. I'm communicating, but you purposely ignoring me Now I'm going, yeah. I do got a question though. Like, what happens if somebody stop messing with you, right? Friend, relationship, or whatever, and they say, like, they want you to read their mind, know what you did for them to like, I don't know what I did if you didn't say nothing when it happened.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to be one of those people. I honestly used to be one of those people until you gotta sit there and realize like these people really can't read my mind. Like they really don't know what the problem is. Like I'll expect you to know your name and everything but the actual problem.
Exactly.
Use man mind games with you. If I got an issue, I'm letting you know this upset me. This is what it is. This is how we can fix it. But then again, if your partner doesn't know how to communicate effectively and you're communicating effectively, then that communication kind of gets lost because now it's like they're trying to say something that's not connecting with what you're saying, and we're like, let's stay on topic. Now everybody got something that they're talking about. Why are we talking about everything that's going on when it's just this one problem I got right now?
You're around the bush, like you circling around the world, the universe. I ain't said that. I said
This it's just this. Just
it's just this one right here in bold. It's right there. And
uh
you talking about X, Y, and Z. I'm talking about A, B, and C. What are
exactly.
you talking about? Nobody said that. Nobody said that at all.
The way I can apply this conversation to so many people right now because like y'all just need to hear it. Like y'all just need to hear it. Your communication sucks. It absolutely sucks. I'm not a mind reader. If you don't understand what I just communicated to you, tell me so I can put it in a way you can understand. Because if you really don't understand my logic, I'm gonna have to break it down as to why I'm upset. If you don't see,
Right. What if you like communicate so much and then that person just continuously just missed the point?
then at some point you gotta stop. You could keep going because you got free will, so you can keep going as long as you want. But at some point, it comes to a point.
Comes to an end.
Cut it off. Like I'm done talking. You're not getting it. You can really decide that, dog.
It's like y'all two parallel lines and y'all are never meeting. I just it, we just stay passing each other.
Oh man, man,
Wait, I was here. You turn.
man,
And
man.
and I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I feel like they don't really be understanding because no,
No,
you be
no,
right
nigga, you
here.
understand. No, nigga, you
You
understand. No,
look,
no, nigga,
they
you know,
be right
no,
here.
no,
You know what I'm saying, but you don't
no.
want to go in the conversation because you know it's gonna get deeper and you're gonna get caught up.
Then that car gonna get swiped, and you just gonna keep playing.
It's gonna collide. And that's a
I'm
conversation that you don't want to go down.
gonna be quiet, man.
But do you think that has something to do with a maturity level, or maybe they
Yes,
were able to communicate as kids, so they don't really know how, something like that?
maturity. If you cannot communicate, then even I feel like even growner adults, like my teacher now, I'm communicating to her like you gave me an example, but can you give me other examples? Because I don't understand this example. And when I came in for help, you gave me the example that was on the paper already that I didn't understand. Can you dumb this down for me? Like kid with an IEP. Still, the light was not on in her head that I did not understand. I'm communicating. She's like, what do you mean? How would you teach this to a kindergarten?
What you mean? What I mean?
Try that. Try to teach me that way. Do you have kids? How would you teach this to your kid?
Okay, what if that's the simplest form that they have, and you still don't understand? Where do you go
But
from?
it's not. As a teacher, you have to have more than one example. If your students do not understand, you mean to tell me you ain't got more than one example and you're a teacher? I got more than one example for everything I'm talking about. So why don't you? This doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it gets to that point where they just don't have it anymore. That's the simplest they can put
So
it.
then that means you don't understand it either.
So, everybody's not gonna understand the same way though.
Exactly. So you should have more than one example to explain it to other people.
Well, if that's the simplest way I can understand it, why you don't understand it like that? That's all I got.
Because not everybody thinks the same. Not
Then
everybody learns the same.
then is that your problem?
Like, like you know how we see on I don't know if y'all seen them, but like it's like football examples. Like it was a football student who didn't know math.
You don't get none of that.
A football person didn't know math.
Mhm.
So the football coach had a whiteboard, and you know how they explain the plays?
Please think
Mhm.
about with the man.
He he taught him the way he knew his player would learn.
Mhm.
You think a teacher got time to do all that though?
A teacher should know their student.
But it's
Exactly.
just have one student. I can't break it down as football math when somebody only understands soccer
I
math.
mean, but if I'm coming to you privately, you should be able to know me
Exactly.
well
I'm
enough to
coming to you
break it
privately
down
and you
even
know
more.
me.
Right. But just so everybody gets it the first time, how can I explain it to everyone so they get it the first time?
Everybody's not gonna get it the first time, so you shouldn't go with that mindset of you should have multiple ways of it.
Explaining. When you introduce something, like for example,
What?
Jamarian,
Mhm.
Jamarian, I say, I have a disabled kid. They say, hmm? What do you mean? Which way would you like me to explain it?
It makes
Um, I can say one of those kids who has an IEP in school that y'all used to make fun of, I can say he was born different. Can't say that because he wasn't born that way. His brain, it, I can just explain it differently to you. I can show you examples of other people who have what he have. But you're gonna sit here and ask me, oh, okay, can he walk? Didn't I just tell you he couldn't? Didn't I just tell you that when I said he's disabled? Y'all choose to not understand. Like for my friends, I know some are not smarter than others. I know you have your slow moments. So I'm gonna bring it to you the slowest form I have.
what?
Tink, Tink, you're slow.
What? She said I
Tink,
know who is she talking to?
Tink, you're slow.
You're not talking to me.
Tink, what did you just say on a live yesterday?
Not talking to me.
I said that must have been the slowest thing. Bro, we playing Uno, Quay?
Oh
Oh,
my god,
Quay, we
what's up?
playing Uno, me, her, and Frito, right?
Uh-huh.
The squirrel skipped me, then say, get him, Capri. Get him. You skipped me. How I'ma get him? He got
That's
one card. Get him.
that's crazy. Nah,
right.
that's
I
crazy.
realized until after I said it.
That was slow of you. They
Whatever.
gonna tell me to get somebody and you just skip. You literally just watched it go,
Nah, T. You ain't do that, T.
and
Nah.
she picked the card.
Nah.
No, I said it after. I didn't realize. And that's why I said it after. I'm like, oh, wait. Because I definitely was like, oh, wait, I skipped you. So she didn't want to add that part in there.
In conclusion, as a grown adult, I do feel like not last results. These ain't in conclusion because Tink gonna handle that. Last results. As you being grown, I feel like you should know how to communicate and because I'm just gonna throw this in as a little learn how to apologize.
Mm.
Because y'all be apologizing to the wrong people that
Amen.
y'all ain't do no wrong to.
Amen.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
In conclusion, y'all communication suck. Man,
Mm.
female, don't matter what y'all is. Communication is so bad. Garbage. Basura. What are we talking about?
Garbage, basura.
Basura. Like, what? I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. I can't
Mm-hmm.
keep explaining the same thing over and over and over and over and over.
Basura.
If you could tell your parents you leaving the house, you could tell me you leaving the house.
Amen.
But
Right.
same way you telling me you going out with your friends, you could tell me what time you're gonna be home. What are you talking about? If I'm communicating an issue with you, the least you can do is try to understand, not try to attack me. And just because you don't understand, tell me you don't understand. So I can break it down so we can both understand. You gotta tell your job you're not coming to work.
They don't tell them when they're gonna be late.
Being late is different.
I-
I'll be there when I'm gonna be there. If I'm not gonna be there, I'm gonna call in and say I'm not coming. So they don't gotta expect me to come and I'm not coming. If I didn't call out, I'm still coming to work. What do we, if I didn't call out, I'm still coming. Right or wrong?
But you didn't communicate. I'm going to be late.
Who cares? I'll be there when I'm there. I didn't call out.
You are critical.
What do you mean? I didn't call out, so I'll be there.
Okay, but at what time? Because the time said 10.
I get there when
You're here at 12.
I still got here.
I'm here. I still got
2 hours late.
I'm getting an explanation when I get there.
No, you should have gave me the explanation before you even needed to clock
I
in.
knew she was gonna say that. I still showed up.
I still showed up.
What, bro? What, bro?
Like, do
You
you
should
go to work or not? Because I'll go home.
go home. We don't need you. You're 2 hours late. Matter of fact, you're fired.
The one person that's waiting to go home, they was waiting on me. They would appreciate if I stayed.
Well, that wraps up this week's episode of the Late Night Phone Calls podcast. I'm your host, Quay.
And
Capri.
And don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram and YouTube at Lnpc Podcast. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to listen everywhere y'all listen on Amazon, Apple Music, and Spotify. With that being said, y'all ain't got to go, but y'all got to get up out of here.